Hi everyone, so in today's video I wanted to talk about how to deal with insecurities when it comes to being a writer, and I'm really gonna focus on the writer's point of view, so if you're not a writer, it's probably not really the best for you, but if you want me to talk about insecurities in general, I could try to film a video about that, but just because I'm a writer, this is just something really close to me and I've been through this. I still go through it sometimes and I just really want to help some of you out there because just writing and being creative is just really difficult in the sense that just insecurities are a big deal because it's just tough and you feel like it's just super easy to compare yourself to other artists, and I just want to help you out a little bit and I hope I will. And of course it won't be enough to you can't just stop having insecurities after watching this video, or just in general it's not an easy thing to do. Dealing with insecurities is just really difficult, but I still want to try to give you some tips on how to overcome some of it and how to feel better about yourself when it comes to being a writer and when it comes to your writing and everything. So if you're interested in watching this video, let's just jump right into it. So the first tip I have, it's not really a tip, but just the problem with what should I write about, because everything's been said before, all of these stories have been told, everything has been written down, and just when am I here, what is there left to tell? There will always be a story to tell, there will always be something new, but still there's this quote that a lot of people have said, and that is, yeah, sure, it's been said before, but it's never been said by you. You are still going to tell a new story, but even though something similar has been already told, it won't be the same because it will be by you, and just the characters will be different, and just because it's written by you, it will still be a completely new story. Even, just for example, at school, all the stupid assignments, things that you have to write as your homework, even though a lot of times it's the same thing for everyone, but everyone writes a completely different thing because everyone has little just different ideas on little tiny details, and just because it's written by you, it's it's never been said by you yet, and so just that is what will make it special. So don't worry about that, just write whatever you want to write, tell the story you want to tell, and don't care about whether something like that has been said before because it still won't be the same. Number 2 is there will always be someone who won't like your book, but at the same time there will always be someone who will. And this is something that works in all areas in our lives, and that is just no one will ever, not everyone will ever be pleased with everything you do, and not everyone will be pleased with your writing. Just reading is such a personal thing, and there are all kinds of different readers, and everyone likes something different. It's about the genre, it's about the characters, it's about all of these different aspects and stuff. And so yeah, there will be people criticizing, and I've never really been criticized yet because I've never published anything, or so I can't really know how to deal with that yet, but not everyone will like it, and that is a hard thing to deal with, but just don't focus on the negatives. Don't forget about all the people who do like it, don't forget about the positives, but the main message that I want to share with you is you have to love your story. Don't think about whether everyone will like it, because not everyone will, but someone will. But the main thing when you're writing your book, focus on whether you love it or not. And you have to love it because it's your story, you were writing it, and if you don't love it, then just is it really worth telling, So just make sure that you love it, and if you do, then don't be afraid to put it out there because someone else will love it too. Number 3 is try not to think of the entire audience, hundreds of people reading it, and just focus on that one person, that one reader reading it, and tell the story to them. Tell the story to that one person as if they were your friend, and I feel like that will make it much easier, and it will just kind of lift the weight of your shoulders compared to imagining all of these people reading it and just so I think that is really like helpful and should calm you down if you're freaking out imagining like how many people read it afterwards. Number 4 is stop comparing yourself to other writers, and I know that this one is kind of a stupid tip because that I could like make an entire video talking about how to stop comparing yourself to others, but it's just something so personal and so difficult, and we just compare ourselves to like everyone around us, like on Instagram, just social media, and to like celebrities and people who've like done the same thing, and just you look at them, and when it comes to writing, you just read these books and you're like, holy shit, I can never write anything this great. But that's just complete bullshit. You will never write the same thing because like you didn't write that, so you can never write the same. But doesn't mean it won't be as great. It will be great in a different way, and like, who cares about that? Seriously, just, I know this is super difficult, and I know that, like, saying this is, like, can be just really frustrating because you're like, I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to stop comparing myself to others, but just, I know this is completely, like, a cliche, and it's been said before, and you're like, fuck it, but just try to do better today than you did yesterday, and try to keep writing, keep improving. Like, with practice, it will get better, and just read a lot, and write a lot, and you will become a great writer. And it just doesn't matter what writers have written what, like, the book that you consider absolutely great and perfect, someone hates it. And it's all about perspective, and someone will think that your book is just the greatest book. And seriously, just try your best not to compare yourself to others, and compare yourself to who you were yesterday or a year ago or just before, because that's how you will grow. But comparing yourself to others will only hurt you and discourage you, which is not what you want, right? Last but not least is embrace the thing that you're the best at when it comes to writing, and like focus on that, really work on that aspect of your book. It's like if your strength is just dialogues or characters or world building or plot, just really focus on that and really make sure that like the reader can see how wonderful that part is, because like we can't all be wonderful at all of these things that I mentioned. We are all better at some of these things, and just accentuate that, you know? It's like, for example, when it comes to like our face, for example, it's kind of a completely irrelevant example, but like I just feel like it works. Just when it comes to makeup and like our face, we like to accentuate our best features, right? Like we like to just put on mascara so that our eyes are huge, or just put on a nice lipstick when our lips are full and shit like that. Try to do the same with your book. Like really accentuate the best features and like the best things that the things that you are the best at, the things that you know that you do super well. I think that will just really make it truly yours, and I hope these tips were helpful, but still, like, I know that all of that isn't just like enough to say and just then you will not have any insecurities, but just you are special and your writing will be special because just you are, and it's yours. The story is yours, and you tell it because you want to, and just you share it with the world because you want the world to have that book for a reason, and just like you love it, and you shouldn't like feel insecure about your story or about yourself, because it is wonderful in its own weird way, and it's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Like, stories are imperfect just like we all are, and books are wonderful and awesome, and just don't feel insecure about yourself just because there are millions of other writers out there. Just really don't focus on that. Focus on yourself and your book and your writing, because just there are also millions of people reading all of these books, and some of the people will read yours and they will love it because just it's just special and awesome and wonderful because just it's yours and it's amazing, and just really believe in yourself and don't give up on it just because you're like insecure and you think that so many people do it better, because that's just bullshit. And really, if you love it, then write and bail on all the people who won't like it, because just like not everyone has to like it. You have to like it and someone else will too. So I really hope some of that was helpful. I really want these videos where I just share all of these like life things with you to be helpful, and so I hope it was. And just keep on writing. And I know that dealing with insecurities is super difficult, and we all just hate ourselves sometimes, and we all hate our writing sometimes, and we all feel insecure about it, as we feel insecure about a lot of things, but just we can't allow that to stop us from doing what we love. So don't give up on writing just because you sometimes feel like you completely suck, because you don't. So I really hope it helped you, and if you have anything that like you want to share when it comes to this, share it down below in the comments, and like this video if you want me to make more writing videos, because I just love talking about everything. I don't even know. I'm just gonna shut up now, and I hope you like this video, and have a brilliant day. Keep on writing. Love yourself and love your writing, because you're awesome and your writing is too. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!